Hi, I'm Jess J and I'm here in Brighton with Show Racism the Red Card, the UK's anti-racism educational charity. I'm sure you've probably heard a lot about us. We are delivering training to help teachers and young people stand against racism. But did you know we're now also working on tackling HBT bullying? HBT bullying stands for homophobic, biphobic and transphobic bullying, three very important issues for schools to address. Drawing on the experience and knowledge gained from our anti-racism work, we're delivering training to educate against this growing form of abuse. Time for a few facts. In 2014, Stonewall research found that 86% of secondary school teachers and 45% of primary school teachers said that pupils in their schools, regardless of their sexual orientation, had experienced homophobic bullying. Now, with so many young people facing this kind of bullying, it's important we educate about homophobia, biphobia and transphobia to make our schools safer for everybody. With financial support from the Government Equalities Office and the Department of Education, we've travelled nationwide to educate students and teachers alike about HBT bullying.
It's vital that schools challenge this kind of bullying because essentially we're talking about saving young people's lives. And as a school leader myself, I take that responsibility very seriously. We know that around the country there are countless children that we know about and that we don't know about whose lives are being destroyed by homophobic, biphobic and transphobic bullying. That is not good enough.
I think it's endemic, unfortunately, and it's brushed aside a lot of the time as banter or I didn't really mean it. And personally, I feel it's the next bastion after the racist language that we all feel very confident in tackling. We now need to think about this.
It's an issue in schools that young people are facing bullying because of their sexual orientation or their gender identity, and in my experience of doing this work, teachers have a lot of will to try and tackle some of these problems but are under-supported in terms of the training available to them, the support that's available within schools. It needs to be done because the evidence is there to suggest it, and I think positively there's a real will for it to be done as well.
From September 2015 to March 2016, 20 high-profile educational events at football clubs in England have taken place. Participants took part in workshops that examine HBT bullying and language. Alongside these are 4 national teacher training events to build each school's capacity to challenge bullying. Each teacher training event featured specialist workshop providers, keynote speakers and support for teachers to help further raise awareness of the issue and share effective strategies for dealing with it.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant, learnt a lot, got what I came here for and more. Certainly feel a lot more empowered to go away and tackle some of the issues around transphobic bullying in particular.
I've really enjoyed it. I've come into it not really knowing anything around this topic and I feel like I've learnt loads. In fact, probably too much to absorb in one session, but it's been really, really useful.
The words you say really hurts others and you don't know what's happening with them in their life and what they're going through, and if you just say mean words, it'll just make it worse.
As with all of our events, we couldn't do it without the support of our footballing friends. And the HBT campaign has had help from various high-profile players and club managers. Let's see why they got involved.
To use football as a start point is a really good idea because it's a really high-profile sport, and I think it's something that affects young people and we're role models for them, so if we can say something that's going to help them in the future, it's a really good thing.
Every year that we do events and the partnerships that we've developed here have been excellent. It's helped me work with many schools and make sure that we get the anti-discrimination message out to many young people as we possibly can.
Well, this type of event from the PFA's perspective, Professional Football Association, is vital because it highlights the different strands of equality. But this is a kind of area where people kind of forget. You know, when you talk about transgender and gender reassignment, it's an area that sometimes hidden underground.
I think it's really important from a young age that they understand that it's not acceptable to abuse people for any reason, and also to stand up if it's either happening to them, their friends or themselves.
Conferences such as today's are an amazing opportunity to reach a big group of teachers and school leaders. It's always good to get them out of school, get them networking, get them together and then give them some really focused input throughout the day from a variety of speakers.
You can see the power of being at an exciting venue, you can see the power of talking about something in a unique space, and the young people are excited to be there but really engaging in the discussions as well. And that's certainly been the case whether we've talked about homophobic, biphobic or transphobic bullying, or we've been talking about racism.
So this is just the start of our work against HBT bullying. With your help, we can eradicate it entirely. So get in touch with us today and sign up for a workshop, or simply lend your support. It's been great to have been able to educate about HBT bullying in schools throughout this project, but we do know this is only the start. Using educational activities that encourage participants to think critically about homophobia, biphobia and transphobia in a safe and engaging way, we can make an impact and help tackle HBT bullying.